A very good morning, Team Zimbabwe, and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network. And this morning, we are taking a look on the developments in the nation of Zimbabwe. 9 women from Watsomba, I think that is Mutare in Manicaland, were arrested for booing First Lady Mai Mnangagwa. So we need to take a look onto this story about what really happened and what really transpired was in Watsomba, where she was addressing a grouping of people and she was doling out some gifts, and it's part of her charitable work. And during that process, these women failed to get anything and they ended up booing the first lady. That is another version. Another version says these are factional battles, factional wars, and these women were tasked to actually boo her. So we need to take a look onto what really happened. The Zimbabwe Lawyers for Human Rights reports that they rescued 9 women from detention after they were arrested and charged for allegedly booing First Lady Mnangagwa during her address at Watsomba Business Center, where they reportedly failed to access some freebies, which she was doling out as part of her charitable work. And right into the pictures, these are the women right here. And these are young women, very young women there. The majority of them are very young, and they were arrested. So the 9 women, namely Nesta Chatwana, aged 41, Panashe Machekanzondo, 19, Winnet Stole, 19, Maria Choto, 49, Esnat Choto, 33, Ellen Rujua, 28, Fetch Dakwa, 30, Patience Mtasha, 35, and Joyce Mashinga is aged 29. The majority are young. Were arrested by police Zimbabwe on Wednesday at Watsomba Business Center in Manicaland province and were detained at Mutare Central Police Station before being charged with disorderly conduct in a public place as defined in Section 41B of Criminal Law, Codification and Reform Act. In court, prosecutors claimed that the 9 women who reside in various villages located near Watsomba Business Center stood up and disrupted Mnangagwa's delivery of her speech by booing her as a way of showing their disgruntlement for not receiving some groceries and clothes which she was doling out to people. Prosecutors charged that the woman who was seated on the ground stood up and started booing the First Lady while she was making her closing remarks during her address, intending to disrupt her speech and show. So the major issue is the prosecutors are saying making her closing remarks, which means there was no disruption of her speech. So they only showed their disgruntlement and that they had not received anything from her. So the behavior allegedly exhibited by Chatwana, Machekanzondo, and others, the prosecutor said was unlawful, abusive, and insulting to Mnangagwa. And the 9 women were represented by Tatenda Sigau K. So this is what is happening. And they were also represented by David Tandiri of Zimbabwe Lawyers for Human Rights. They were released on Friday on free bail by Mutare Magistrate Priska Manibi, and they will return to court on 30 April. And in their defense, Chatwana and others deny the charges. They argued that they were just targeted during a dragnet arrest after they opted to leave the venue early and during the time when Mnangagwa was still addressing people and before being dismissed. The alleged booing of Mnangagwa is reminiscent of heckling of former First Lady Grace Mugabe, who was jeered by some ruling ZANU-PF official party youth supporters in November 2017 at White City Stadium in Bulawayo, who were then prosecuted for insulting and undermining the late former President Robert Mugabe's wife. So the heckling of the former First Lady egged his husband, who fingered President Emmerson Mnangagwa, who at the time served as his vice president, for instigating and jeering of his wife. The ZANU-PF political party youths, who were represented by Zimbabwe Lawyers for Human Rights, were later set free after prosecutors withdrew charges of insulting or undermining the First Lady. So, Hanzi, booing someone is abusive and insulting. What a world we live in. This is Ronald Manyongori Okay, and let us take a look on another comment if there is any. So this is the only comment which we have right here. So this is the story. The first lady was booed in Manicaland province, and this story is linked to the fact that a lot of people because of ZANU-PF and its policies. Hence, they have resorted to calls for the government or for the leaders of ZANU-PF to step down so that Zimbabwe can have people-centered leadership. So this is what is happening at this moment in time, and it's becoming more interesting. And there is nothing we can do to stop this because it's their time. They're in power. They can do whatever they want. But I believe, good, as a leader, she was not supposed to let these people getting arrested. She was supposed to protect these ladies. People are hungry. People are angry because of the economic quagmire. But those in leadership seem not to care. So I do not know, guys, what you think. Let us have a discussion. Let us talk in the comment section. What do you think?